Greetings, tubies. Welcome back to my channel, The Wandering Nomad. I am out here hiking again today. Today I'm on the Fern Trail. I just got done taking some pictures with my Canon. I was lucky enough to catch some crows in flight, so I'm hoping that those turned out pretty good and they're not too blurry. And then I snapped a few more pictures of the crows while they were roosted on the trees. The crows got to be my favorite bird, so I had to take advantage of that situation and get some pictures. This here is the actual cave, the head of the spring, Saunders Spring. It flows for a good little way, and back in the day this was the primary water source of this town and the surrounding area. Right there are the old pump houses from the early 1900s, and those were used for, I'm not sure, maybe 50 years or something, until more modern methods came about for water. So neat little historic place. There's a couple cabins on the property. I believe I've taken some video or pictures of them before. So I'm just out here hiking on the side of the ridge. This here is the Fern Trail. Not sure if I already said that or not. But yeah, no real point today on my video other than just making a video blog. I'm going to try to start filling in between my travels and exploring new places, which I love to do. But in between those times, I'm going to be posting just video blogs on various topics, or just talking. So basically little mini updates is what I'm planning on doing. And I probably will be out in nature for most of them, because I get out in nature just about every single day. If we're not living off grid, I spend a lot of time in nature. So yeah, my mom got a book in the mail today that she'd actually ordered quite some time ago, and oh, new tree has fallen. I'm sure the Saunders Springs volunteers aren't aware of it, or they'd already been up here and cleared it off of the path. But yeah, back to what I was saying. My mom got a book today that she's been waiting on for a while, and it's called something along the lines of The Last Child in the Woods, and it's talking about battling nature deficit disorder. And I've never heard it put that way before. There's the trusty blazer down there. Looks like maybe a volunteer or just somebody on their work break. But yeah, I've never heard it put that way, nature deficit disorder. But if you really stop and think about it, that is what a lot of people are suffering from. And if you don't address it during childhood and take your kids out in nature, just as simple as going out in nature and going for a walk in the woods, or even just setting out in the backyard if that's all that you can afford to do. Yeah, just being outside and breathing the air even. People are becoming allergic and developing phobias of being out in nature, and really that's where you should feel you're most comfortable and feel at home. I think as a society and as a people, we are forgetting where we came from, and that we are nature. We're part of nature. We came from nature, and we really should be taking a whole lot better care of nature than we are. But we let capitalism kind of override our stewardship to the earth. She's our mother and we need to take care of her. But I plan on grabbing the book up from my mom, once she's had a few days to go through it and read it, and see what the author has to say, because I'm really intrigued with that term, nature deficit disorder. So it's something that I've talked to with people quite a bit in the last few years. People are separating themselves from nature, not really on purpose. That's just the way that societies went. Concrete sidewalks, concrete slab driveways, um, lots of gravel, power lines, all of these things that kind of negate nature's energy. That's why when you're in town and in the city, the ions in the air are negatively charged. There's too much electricity and too much concrete, too much blacktop, too much metal. So when you get out in nature, those ions are positively charged, considerably more than in town. And so your body can't help but to get an energy boost from it, an energy charge, like recharging batteries, literally. So getting out in nature is truly important. I mean, you don't have to go and live in a teepee in the woods, and hug every tree that you meet, but it would really benefit us if we started paying more attention to nature again, and a little bit less attention to our greed as a society. And the only way change is ever invoked is, when individuals come together, unified for a cause, for a specific cause. And so if we don't band together and show our government, first of all, show our neighbors and our friends and our family and our loved ones how important nature is to us, then nothing's ever going to change, and it's just going to decline more and more and more rapidly. And that's something that we don't want. That's something that we can't afford, because when nature decides she's had enough of us, she will purge us. Earthquakes and volcanoes and superstorms and tsunamis and waves, a mile high. She will take us out if it gets to that point. And I don't think people realize that. But if we continue fracking and drawing oil up from the ocean bottoms, and we continue putting oil wells every place that we can, and just destroy the ground that we walk on, that sustains our life. If we keep spraying these chemicals in the air and they wash down into our water system and we ingest them and the ground ingests them, we don't have but another decade or two, and we're not going to be able to grow crops anymore unless they're GMO. You know what I'm saying? I don't think most people are even aware, but natural crops, they're dying out. We're barely able to grow them in certain places in the world now, and we're having to grow genetically altered crops. And we're playing God. So we need to stop playing God and realize that we're nature. We are nature. We're not above nature. We are nature. And I think we need to return to the nature and live a little bit more green. And I'm not saying throw your technology out and become a hermit in the woods, but don't throw your garbage out. Don't litter. If you're hiking, if you're outside and you're smoking at the park or something, you smoke cigarettes, duck it out and put it in your pocket. Throw it in the trash can when you're done. Carry your empty soda can until you get to a trash can. It's little simple things that we can really make a difference on, if we all come together for it. So, but anyway, yeah, that's something to think about. Nature deficit disorder. I wonder how many kids suffer from that. I know that my nieces do. They're stuck on their tablets, they're stuck on their phones, and they're stuck on their games. And I hate to say it, but stuck on themselves. I love my nieces. They're good girls. But yeah, that's just the way that it goes, and that's what we're teaching our kids. We're teaching our kids that nature doesn't matter, that we come first before nature. And it's just not going to be sustainable. We're not going to be able to sustain the planet that we live on at the rate that we're drawing oil and things like this. You know, we can switch to solar, we can switch to wind power, we can switch to electric powered cars, even water powered cars. I mean, there's a lot of things that we can do as a people if we would just, you know, cut down on the corporate greed. So, you know, we're being fed these things so that companies, giant companies, can continue to make money off of us. We don't need oil anymore. We don't need nuclear power. We don't need coal power. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that we can do, and it has to start on the individual level. But anyhow, I'm back to my Blazer, and I'm going to drive back up to the top of the nature preserve and take another hike on that end of things. Um, So yeah, this has just been a video blog. I'm gonna add it to my channel when I get home. Appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe to my channel. And until we meet again, many blessings. Peace out.